In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on September 26, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Tigers versus Boston Red Sox. The Detroit Tigers head to Fenway Park on Friday in a matchup that carries serious weight for their postseason hopes. While the Boston Red Sox look to play spoiler at home, Detroit still has everything to play for as the American League Central remains in reach, but they also face the risk of sliding out of the playoff picture entirely. That pressure makes this a tough spot for Casey Mize, who enters with a strong record but has been hittable in recent outings. Boston has been seeing right-handed pitching well lately, and Fenway has been friendly for their bats down the stretch. The Tigers have not handled left-handed pitching effectively, and while Kyle Harrison is still working to find consistency, his splits and the matchup suggest he can give the Red Sox what they need: a solid enough start to hand the game to the bullpen with a chance to win. Boston has been respectable at home all season, and their ability to string together offense against righties gives them the edge here. Detroit's urgency is real, but Mize's vulnerabilities line up poorly against Boston's strengths. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Neither pitcher is a dominant stopper, and both have shown the ability to give up traffic and runs when facing deep lineups. Mize has been steady but hittable, and Harrison is still working to prove himself with limited experience. Boston has been strong at home this year with a 46-32 record, and their lineup is built to take advantage of Fenway's dimensions. Detroit is battling in the American League Central and should be aggressive at the plate, looking to put up offense to keep pace. The Red Sox have been an over team this season, clearing the number in 74 of their first 158 games, with both teams capable of creating pressure on the bases and neither arm projecting as a complete shutdown option. This matchup sets up well for crooked innings and late scoring. As our pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Rangers versus Cleveland Guardians. The Texas Rangers head to Progressive Field on Friday night to open a 3-game series with the Cleveland Guardians, and the form of both clubs tells the story. Cleveland comes in red hot, winning 12 of their last 14 games, while Texas has dropped 8 of their last 9 and looks like a team running out of steam. The Guardians have been hitting the ball well and now face Jack Leiter, who has struggled badly of late, giving up 13 runs in his last 3 outings. On the road, Leiter has been even shakier with 10 runs allowed in his last 3 starts away from home, and his 4.41 earned run average in road games points to more problems against a motivated Cleveland lineup. On the flip side, the Rangers face Slade Cecconi, who has been reliable down the stretch. He has given up only 2 runs across his last 3 starts and 5 runs in his last 3 home appearances. Cecconi has also limited opponents to 3 runs or fewer in 8 of his last 11 starts, showing he can consistently give his team a chance to win. Texas has not hit right-handed pitching well, batting just .238 against righties, and with the Guardians locked in on a division crown and refusing to lose back-to-back games since early September, the momentum and motivation both sit with the home team. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. The Rangers have played under the number in 4 straight, and the Guardians have done the same in 4 of their last 5. Texas is averaging just 4.22 runs per game on the season, but has been held to 2.33 runs per game in their last 3. Cleveland is averaging 3.96 runs per game this year and sits at 4 runs per game across their last 3. Both lineups have struggled against right-handers, with Texas at .238 and Cleveland at .228, and both starters have had success limiting these same opponents in prior meetings. With recent series matchups also trending under, the expectation is that runs will be scarce in this one. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Miami Marlins. The New York Mets roll into Miami clinging to a one-game lead for the final National League wildcard spot, which makes this matchup critical. The road has been unkind to them this season with a 33-45 record away from Citi Field, while the Miami Marlins have managed a 36-42 mark at home. Miami has found some late-season momentum, playing hot baseball over the last 2 weeks, and they hand the ball to Sandy Alcantara, who has steadied himself down the stretch. Over his last 5 starts, he has allowed 3, 2, 4, 1, and 2 earned runs, consistently giving the Marlins a chance to win. New York is countering with Brandon Sproat, who has only 3 appearances under his belt and is coming off a shaky outing against Washington. With the pressure of the playoff chase mounting, the Mets could struggle offensively against a Marlins starter who has the form and the confidence to keep them quiet. The situational edge, combined with Miami's recent surge and Alcantara's track record, tilts the scales toward the home team here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Alcantara has had a rocky year but still has the ability to work deep into games and suppress runs when he is commanding his stuff. In his last outing, he allowed just 3 earned runs over 6.2 innings, showing he can still keep his team in a ball game. Both lineups have struggled to produce consistent power, which leans to a lower scoring outcome. The Mets average just under 5 runs per game overall, while the Marlins rank near the bottom of the league in home runs with only 153, sitting 26th in MLB. Miami's offense often struggles to cash in runners, and Sproat has a chance to navigate through their order without big innings. Head-to-head this year, the series is tied 5-5, with several matchups landing on the lower scoring side, showing that these teams tend to play one another tightly. With both starters capable of limiting damage and neither lineup firing on all cylinders, this projects as a controlled game where runs come at a premium. As our pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Pittsburgh Pirates versus Atlanta Braves. The Pittsburgh Pirates and Atlanta Braves meet Friday night at Truist Park in a matchup where pride and personal performance incentives are all that remain at stake. While neither team has playoff positioning to play for, the Braves enter as the better team overall, and they have the more favorable matchup on the mound. Mitch Keller has endured a rocky year, and the Pirates have lost 6 of his last 7 starts. He continues to give up hard contact, and Atlanta's lineup has been hitting right-handed pitching well in recent weeks. On the other side, Joey Wentz hasn't been sharp, giving up 26 hits and 14 earned runs over his last 15.1 innings, but Atlanta's bats have backed him up, and the Braves are one of the few teams in this position still showing fight and playing their best baseball of the season. The Pirates have struggled all year against left-handed pitching and have not been reliable on the road, which only compounds the difficulty of this matchup. Even with Wentz's inconsistency, the edge in lineup production and recent form makes Atlanta the more trustworthy side. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. Both offenses are capable, but Pittsburgh has been inconsistent against left-handed pitching, and they don't profile as a lineup likely to explode against Wentz. Atlanta's bats have power, but they've been more grinded out than explosive down the stretch, and facing Keller in a pressure spot should keep them in check. Given that neither team has been piling up crooked innings in recent matchups, this projects more as a controlled game. Bullpens on both sides should also play a role in holding things down late. As our pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Reds versus Milwaukee Brewers. The Cincinnati Reds enter this series with everything on the line, still clinging to hopes of extending their season, while the Milwaukee Brewers have already locked up home field and the best record in the National League. On paper, this would look like a spot where the Brewers could ease off the gas, but their pitching decision says otherwise. They're handing the ball to Quinn Priester, who has been one of their most consistent and effective starters all season. Milwaukee has won 19 straight games in which Priester has appeared, a streak that shows both his quality and the team's confidence in him. The Reds counter with Zach Littell, whose addition has been questionable from the start. Littell has failed to deliver the kind of stability Cincinnati needed down the stretch, and it's hard to trust him in such a high-pressure spot. Milwaukee may not have the same urgency as Cincinnati, but taking a series seriously with their best arm signals that they are ready to play spoiler. With Priester on the mound and the Brewers' form behind him, the edge is firmly with Milwaukee. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Neither of these pitchers is a blow-up risk, and both lineups can stall at times. Milwaukee has already locked up their playoff position and may play a more conservative style, while Cincinnati has been inconsistent against quality pitching. The Brewers' bullpen has been sharp and capable of closing out tight games, and Littell has the profile to keep Milwaukee's offense from running away with it. This projects as a controlled game where runs are at a premium. As our pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.